Hey Bible fans, I'm going to do another Bible review for you guys. And I've reviewed this Bible a few times in different bindings. This is the large print UltraThin reference Bible from Holman in premium black leather. Now to start with, it comes in a box. It's just an open closed box. I prefer the hinge boxes, but this is really well protected. You can see the features. You can see the some of the description there. Pause it, check it out. I'm going to talk about all of it anyway. The features: Smithsonian binding, 9.5 point font. Yeah, it's largish. I prefer a 10, 10.5. Same as the large print of the ESV from Crossway or the Omega, but 9.5 is not much smaller. I do like the font from the CSB. I'm an ESV guy mainly, and I love their font as well. But in a close second is the Holman, along with the Holman's red letter. This is a black letter edition, but their red letter is really nice. So the red they use is nice. You can see the other features there: concordance, maps, weights and measures, and all that good stuff. So you can see the text size there, and here's your ISBN and the retail is $130 right now. I think they're on Christian Book for about $90, $95, somewhere in that range. Varying, but you can find them on the Facebook pages for even cheaper, maybe $75, $80. They're well worth it. They're well worth that price. Even the $130 is a good price for this Bible. This is comparable to Crossway's top grain editions. Now, I've heard a lot of people say this is a goat skin cover, even though it just says premium leather. Where even Crossway says top grain, they don't say calf skin or cowhide. This could be a goat skin. I've seen and used goat skin that has this type of grain pattern, really fine grain, and this kind of softness. But this looks and feels more like a calf skin of some sort. It just does to me as a novice rebinder. And I've worked with a lot of leather. This feels more like a calf skin or a kid skin. It could be a baby goat. You know, kid skin feels like a kind of a cross between a calf skin and goat skin. So it could be a kid skin. But I digress. It's a nice cover for the price. They're not asking $300 or $250 like the Crossways heirloom editions. They're goat skin. But they're comparable to the top grain editions from Crossway in price and in quality. So on the spine, you have raised ribs on the spine, which is really nice. I like that. Thicker raised ribs as well. You got, this isn't stamped. This is like painted on the gold, or not gold. This is like a silver paint. Really attractive, but if you use this Bible a lot, probably not going to last very long, that silver. Just my opinion. Again, this isn't even my Bible. It was sent to me. I'm kind of the middleman. I'm going to send it to its new owner, but I wanted to review this Bible, and I didn't really want to buy it to review it. So I became the middleman for a gifting. So as soon as I get done with this, I'll get it in the mail to its new owner. So anyway, you can see the spine looks nice. It's got a stitch perimeter, and this is really cool. You have a black stitching on the outer perimeter and a red stitching on the inner perimeter, which is really neat. Now, it needs more yap, even a 2 or 3 millimeters more yap. It's just so close here. I mean, the page edges are on the stitching. It needs just a little bit more. Just a little bit. it wouldn't hurt. It's not that much more money to cut a little bit bigger piece for your liner and a little bit bigger piece for your cover. The corner work is not great, but it's stitched. The Crossway top grain editions, you're going to have much better corner work, but they're not stitched. So there's definitely a trade-off. You're going to have a little bit of gaudy corners, but the stitching helps the integrity of the fold over. So as you open it up, you got I would say this is a calfskin liner. It's got a little stiffness to it, or maybe even a calf split liner. But it's definitely a different leather from the cover leather. Now on Crossway top grain editions, a lot of times they use the same leather for the liner as they do for the cover. So that's not in this case. They're using a little bit thicker calf split or calfskin liner. It's also edge lined. I'm gonna leave that ribbon there. It's edge lined to the block right here, and you have your nice black end sheet. You have two ribbons. Let me flip it around. You have two smaller ribbons, little 5mm ribbons. Not great, but they're there. It's a Smith Sewn edition with some silver, nice silver gilding. It's not the best silver you've ever seen, but silver is in my opinion, it's hard to find a great silver gilding. I've seen some great ones, but I've seen way more that are kind of shoddy. And that's why a lot of people stick with the gold. You have a brown headband, which does not match at all. It needs to be a black headband or a red headband to match the color scheme. Don't know why they used brown, but they did. I'm just nitpicky like that. So they use brown headbands. So whatever. You got, when you open it up, you got a presentation page and your title page, and then we'll check out the publication page right here. The large print UltraThin reference Bible. It's the black premium leather non-indexed edition. You can see it's a China printing by R.R. Donnelly. First China printing. So you have your books of the Bible. And by the way, I love this. I think I've already said this. I love this 2K Denmark font. You can see it right there. It's the Bible serif created by 2K Denmark. And it's very similar to the Skylar font. The font Skylar uses. And I really like that. Maybe because I love the Skylars. But I really like that. Well, one of my knocks on this Bible is one, it has some ghosting, but it's a UltraThin. You're going to expect some ghosting, but you have a lot more marginal room here. It's almost a full finger width all the way around, and you have a lot more You have a lot more room in this where these references go. You could have minimized those marginal blank spots and made this font a 10 font or a 10.5 easily. That's my only knock. This should be a little bit larger of a font, and you wouldn't have sacrificed on thickness or anything. It would have been a nicer reading Bible, in my opinion. So, like I said, it's a 9.5 font. You have double column layout, paragraph format, center column references, which I like that layout. I love the Omega layout with the references at the bottom right. I think that's going to become a much more commonplace to find that done to help with the readability. You're not going to have the center column references. You'll have more room for text there. That's going to be something copied by other publishers in the future. It just depends on how quickly they catch on to that. So anyway, like I said, it's a black letter text. Let's get to the New Testament, and you can see there's Luke. It's a black letter text, and it's really a great reading Bible. It's just I would prefer a little bit larger font, there's more marginal room than I would prefer. It's just wasted space to me. So the hand test, it's not art gilded. It's just white under silver. This would be beautiful art gilded with like a light blue, or even a dark blue would look great. And put in 2 navy ribbons with the red stitching. Oh my goodness, it would look so good. But anyway, but it's really, really floppy. I mean floppy, because the binding is just so, there's really not much to it. It's a really thin, I want to say like either a kid skin or a calf skin, and that calf split or calf skin liner, it's just really, really floppy. When we get to the back of the edition, I wish I had the specs on the paper as well. It can't be much different from what Crossway uses in their large print ultra thin, but it seems like the ghosting is a little bit better in that edition than in this edition. There's a little bit more ghosting. Like you can just see more. You can see through it a little bit more. Maybe that Bible serif font is a little darker, and that doesn't help you with ghosting at all. So it's just something else to consider. You have a concordance behind the text. We'll get through the concordance and I'll show you the maps. One of an improvement is these maps. I love the maps. I do love these maps. They're on good, stronger paper, not glossy cardstock, but like a matte finish cardstock. And I just love the CSB maps. They're really good maps. And very colorful. I like the colorfulness of them. And then you're on the back. Now, one thing you got to watch with these, you can see the uneven cutting on that edge all the way down. It's just kind of, thank goodness there's a stitching there, or that one would have rolled on off. So that's where the stitching benefits you right there. But the stitching barely missed that edge. You know, and it's just that, like, that corner looks kind of ugly. See, that would bug me a little bit, and that edge would bug me a little bit. It would be solved with a little more yap, and you're able to cut a little bit bigger cover piece so you can have a little bit larger fold over. You would eliminate a lot of that problem. The back of the cover is more of the same. I want to say it's a kid skin or a calf skin. It has a nice little grain to it, but it's way softer than what you normally find with a goat skin. But it's really nice. Really nice Bible. It's definitely worth the $100 or $91 or $95 that they're selling for brand new on Christian Book. Really nice. It's going to make a great gift for a buddy of mine, and very thankful to have gotten a chance to review it. So hopefully that review was helpful for you guys. And don't forget about the giveaway Bible for the month of February. It's going to be, I'm going to do the drawing this time next week, even though, but I'll be working. So it might be next Saturday or Sunday that I'll get the drawing done and do the giveaway for the Disciples Study Bible. So be eligible and look forward to next month's giveaway. So just be a subscriber and comment on videos and stuff, and you'll be eligible. Thank you guys for watching. God bless.